in the sacred village of Kuram, near Kanchipuram, during an age when Dharma trembled under the weight of Kalli Yuga, a radiant soul descended to earth. He was Kuresa, later revered as Sri Kurathalvan, born not merely as a man, but as an eternal servant of Sriman Narayana, destined to become the very shadow of Bhagavad Ramanuja. Kuresa was born into immense wealth. Yet his heart belonged not to riches, but to Bhagwan and Bhagavatas. Every single day the hungry were fed before he himself ate. No poor soul ever left his doorstep empty-handed. One night, after feeding every visitor, the great wooden doors of Kuresa's mansion closed with a thunderous sound. That sound echoed not merely through Kanchipuram, but reached the sanctum of Lord Vardaraja himself. When informed that even the Lord had noticed his charitable acts, Kuresa did not feel pride. He trembled in shame. "Have I disturbed my Lord with the noise of my ego?" he cried before Thiruptachi Nambi. In a single moment, Kuresa abandoned wealth, luxury, status, and power. Along with his noble wife Andalamma, he walked barefoot towards Srirangam carrying nothing but surrender. At Srirangam, destiny unfolded. Kuresa fell at the feet of Sri Ramanuja. The Acharya saw not merely a disciple, but his very life breath. Kurathalvan became inseparable from Sri Ramanuja. He served silently, carrying manuscripts, organizing temple duties, learning scriptures, protecting Sampradaya. To establish Vishisht Advaita firmly, Ramanuja sought the ancient Bodhayana Vritti, hidden in distant Kashmir. Kurathalvan accompanied his Acharya through dangerous mountains and harsh lands. The scholars of Kashmir refused to allow copies of the sacred text. But Kurathalvan absorbed every word into his heart. When they returned to Srirangam, he recited the text flawlessly from memory. Thus emerged the immortal Sri Bhasham, not merely through scholarship but through the perfect unity of Acharya and his disciple. One stormy night, heavy rains prevented Kurathalvan from collecting bhiksha. He and Andalamma remained hungry. Yet neither complained. Andalamma silently wondered, how can my Lord eat while his devotee remains hungry? At once, Lord Rangnatha commanded prasadam to be sent to them. From that sacred prasadam came divine blessings. Soon Andalamma gave birth to twin sons, Parasara Bhattar and Vedavyasa Bhattar, future jewels of Sri Vaishnavism. A dark period arose. The Chola king persecuted Vaishnavas and sought to destroy Ramanuja. To protect his Acharya, Kurathalvan wore Ramanuja's saffron robes and presented himself before the king in his Acharya's place. When ordered to deny Narayana's supremacy, Kurathalvan refused. The king's fury turned to cruel punishment. Kurathalvan was blinded, yet his inner vision only grew brighter in devotion. Though deprived of physical sight, Kurathalvan now saw only Narayana everywhere. After years of exile, Ramanuja returned to Srirangam. Blind Kurathalvan rushed towards the voice of his beloved Acharya. At Ramanuja's command, Kurathalvan prayed to Lord Vardaraja. Out of compassion, the Lord restored his eyesight. Having lived only for his Acharya and his Lord, Sri Kurathalvan finally departed this world, not in sorrow, but in eternal service at the lotus feet of Sriman Narayana. Kurathalvan left this world, but his devotion lived on through his sons. Parasara Bhattar became the radiant jewel of Srirangam, spreading the wisdom of Ramanuj and the compassion of Lord Rangnatha. Vedavyasa Bhattar too protected the sacred lineage with humility and devotion. Thus, the Sampradaya preserved by Ramanuja and sacrificed for by Kurathalvan continued like an eternal flame. The river of surrender still flows. Srimate Ramanujaya Namaha.